everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel and to today's video. Right, should we start that one again? Right. Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel and to today's video, which is the well overdue Thoughts While Out Cross Country video that I've been promising for about the last month. If you followed me for a while, you will have seen that back in April I put up a Thoughts Out Cross Country vlog, which was my round with Atty at Tweseldown, the BE100 at the start of the season before the coronavirus and lockdown. I spoke you through every fence in the course, what I liked, what needed improvement, and I got some really good feedback on that vlog. People seemed to think it was useful, people enjoyed watching it. So I've been saying for the longest time that I'm going to get another one out, and I've been a bit busy with eventing vlogs and this one's first jumping vlog, but finally I've had the time to sit down and edit another Thoughts Out Cross Country vlog. This video is in collaboration with the wonderful Equireel. If you don't know who Equireel are, I really recommend that you go and search them up. They are basically a company that film your cross country rounds at competitions. It's affiliated events, it can be unaffiliated events. They were at horse events last week when I was at Oxtalls, so they're a really great company. They get every single fence of your round and they get some really cool angles. And if you're not sold from my description alone, be sure to look at the footage in the vlog and make up your mind then. I think they have some really cool camera angles and I'm so glad that I can take this away with me. It's like a memory that I have forever of a round. So without further ado, I shall try not to ramble on for too long about how much I love these cross-country videos, because they are so seriously useful and educational, and I have learned so much as a rider from going back and analysing my cross-country rounds, because that's not something you usually get the chance to do. I've had instructors look at my cross-country rounds before, because again, your instructor doesn't tend to come with you on event day, and they definitely cannot with the new coronavirus restrictions in place and you're limited to one sort of helper at a competition. So actually to be able to show them your cross-country rounds, why does she always do this? Why? To be able to show them your cross-country rounds, they can actually give you some feedback on what they can't otherwise watch. So yeah, brilliant. I cannot speak highly enough about how useful I think these videos are. It's great to go to a competition and buy photos because they are amazing, but these videos actually teach you so much. You get the whole round, every single fence, every single jump, so they are so incredibly worth it. Anyway, today's cross-country round is taken from my first event post-lockdown with Atty. So it's the BE100 at Tweseldown. I thought I'd give you a little bit of context, if you want some, before I start this round. We've done not our best dressage test. It was our first test in months. She's going to keep upstaging me. She's just going to keep doing it. We struck up on the wrong leg. I mean, you can go and watch my event vlog first. I'll link that in the description, as well as my last Thoughts Out Cross Country vlog. So I wasn't particularly happy with the dressage and it scored 38. We've done the same test twice since then and scored 34 and 31. So it definitely was not our finest test. And then we had 2 poles in the show jumping, which just didn't need to happen. Like, it just, I think all in all we were just a bit rusty. He was very excited to be out. I was very excited to be out. I just don't think I was in the zone. So I was going into this cross country round with nothing on the line as such, which I always think is good context. However, because it was my first event in so long, I really wanted to try and get inside the time, because I think to have a nice clear inside the time is always a good starting point to work up, because obviously he's not doing many 100s, he's stepping up to novice. He's actually stepping up to novice in a couple of days time from the time I'm filming this. So that's kind of the thoughts behind that. So you can see me trying to get the time. I shall roll the clips and I shall see you at the end. Okay, so let's dive straight into it. There's a nice clear shot of Atty coming out the start box, tail in the air, raring to go, and quite a long run up to the first fence, which was very nice and inviting, as a first fence should be. He popped that no problems. I did actually take a little bit of a check before fence 2, because it's quite shadowy, which is a bit unusual so early on in the course, but he wasn't fazed by that. And then there was no messing around. We were straight into the thick of the course, because fence 3 was a nice big wide oxer. I always have a little bit of a nervous mentality about gappy fences, but it actually was really good to get used to it so early on in the course, which definitely gave me confidence coming around to our first combination. Now this combination tested your brakes and control pretty early on in the course, which is why I let Atty have a good gallop between the first couple of fences. It was 2 brushes, neither were particularly big, with a ditch in the middle, but the really important part was getting straight after the ditch, coming to the C element. Atty popped this really nicely. I think getting slightly deep to the A element actually helped us to turn, alongside the fact that the sides of the hedges were higher, which encouraged the horse into the centre. And now around to another big wide table, a classic flow frightener, and I really need to work on not interfering with Atty so much in front of these fences. I think I get a little bit worked up about getting the right stride to the big wide tables, when actually I need to leave him alone and not interfere with him. Then a canter around this corner to the skinny, which was a nice let up fence before the next reasonably challenging combination. So this video is actually taken from early July. We were in a little bit of a heat wave, so I'm not sure if there was meant to be any water between these fences, but I definitely wasn't complaining at the lack of it. It was just an ABC combination, a pretty straightforward line. The challenge was negotiating the undulating ground between the elements from the house to the hanging log to the house again. I actually just left Atty alone to figure out himself, and it rode a lot nicer than I was expecting, so I definitely can't complain. Then what you don't see here is that we had a really nice galloping stretch for about 30 seconds after this fence before the next combination. Now this was basically my bogey fence on the course, and I thought I'd explain why. What it was encouraging to do was step down with 4 or 5 strides on a 90-degree angle to a 2-striding double. Now these 2 strides were quite long, and Atty naturally has quite a short stride, so I was worried that by coming down the step with only 4 to 5 strides on a turn, we'd basically kill the canter and really struggle to make those long 2 strides. So I jumped him as far to the left down the step as possible, giving him as much time to see the fence, pick up the canter, and then we managed to make it through on the 2 strides. Now we're starting to head back towards home, and this was a nice let up fence. As you can see, it's shared with the 90, so a good chance to make up any lost seconds. Now onto this fairly sizable corner, and what you can't see in this video is the state of the terrain before the fence. It was very cleverly placed so that if you wanted to take the direct route, the direct line to this corner, you basically had to go up and down some undulations, up a hill, whereas if you do what I did, which was cut slightly to the left and swerve round at the last minute in front of the fence, you could get a much nice flatter jump. Onto the water complex, and the horses could actually only see the water from about 2 strides before takeoff to the A element, so I made sure to ride forwardly and positively to that, although I'm very lucky that Atty seems to love his water. And then there wasn't much room out of the water before the C element, so it meant you had to keep your canter, keep it nice and positive through the water, and then we did actually get a little bit in deep to the C element, which you will see in a second, but luckily Atty was in a nice good rhythm. We kept our canter through the water, so he popped in, helped me out, and I did get a little bit flung forward out of the saddle, but he was a superstar and made this combination feel easy, as I know it caused quite a few problems on the day. Final combination on course, and home is very much in sight. Now this is actually quite similar to the combination we spoke through earlier, being a double with 2 long strides in there, which we've already said Atty can struggle with a little. So unlike the last one, you did have a big long stretch of canter to sort of run up as such. However, because it was downhill, I was very conscious not to let the canter get lackluster and flat, so I made sure to keep him uphill, keep the canter bouncy and active, and then he managed to fly through the 2 strides, and it's a nice feeling having the last combination under your belt. Now, time to check my watch. See, I've got about 10 seconds left on the clock, and saw a nice flying stride to the last, and then push through those finish flags because they're not always right next to the last fence. And then I'm a firm believer in not just pulling up my horse after the finish flags and bringing them back to a halt and then getting them hosed up as quick as possible. I like to let them slow down their canter after they've been through the finish flags, of course, and then back to walk, have a bit of a walk round under saddle and then a walk round in hand before you give them a nice long hose off, because trust me, they have earned it. They have worked just as hard as us. Right, so Lulu's deserted me now, but it means she doesn't have to upstage me anymore, so that's fine. So, oh, she's coming back. Coming back! You want to be in the vlog again? So, as you can see, I was really pleased with that round. I actually found the time quite hard, which with him at BE100, I usually find really easy. So you can see me pushing right up until the last second, but he does make everything feel so easy. He is such an amazing horse to ride without cross country. There is really no feeling like it. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that round. The combinations and everything, I know I spoke you through what I liked, what I found difficult, and actually it was a really great round to be able to watch back because it did have its fair share of combinations and challenges and tests. I would definitely say it's one of the harder BE100s that I've ridden this season. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and if you want another one maybe at the end of the season of a novice, maybe even a 2-star if we get one in, then let me know, because I love making these vlogs obviously, and I'd love it if you guys love watching them. And finally, a huge thank you to Equireel for gifting me this video. Obviously this vlog would not be possible without that. I'm so grateful. It's such an amazing training aid, as I said in the intro, to be able to look back, watch that video, and I seriously recommend that you go and check them out if you don't know who they are, if you're not familiar with them, or if you haven't bought from them before, or if you have but you want to buy again. Just pop in Equireel into Google, they'll come up, and you can search by event. So you may have not known they were an event you're at because their cameras are really subtle. You don't really see them when you're out on the course. So go and have a look, see if they've ever caught you on video, and definitely look into buying one of those rounds because they are a brilliant investment for memories, but also as a training aid. You can show it to your instructors, you can work on what to improve in future, because like I said, we all have dressage lessons, we all have show jumping lessons, but when do we ever have cross-country lessons? It's very rare that we do that, so I definitely recommend that you check them out. And thank you to everyone at Equireel for sending over that video. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. It's been a bit manic and rushed to get it out. Hopefully I got it out on the day that I was hoping to. Lots of editing for Flo to get on with. So yeah, if you're wanting to see more videos, including 2 event vlogs, make sure you're subscribed. If you like this video and you want to see more Thoughts Out Cross Country videos, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment. Let me know what sort of video it is that you'd like to see for my next Thoughts Out Cross Country video, if I do one of those. Is it a novice with Atty or a 2-star? Is it maybe an early novice with star? Maybe even next year I could do one with Lulu if she gets out to an event. We'll have to see. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye!
Bye!